Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, we are going to be replacing every single NBA team's starting point guard with their all-time greatest point guard in franchise history. So this is going to be the beginning of a 5-part series of me doing this because, for one, I want to pay respect to some of the greatest players of all time and see how exactly they would play in today's NBA based off the roster surrounded by them. But also, as we go through the simulation, I'm going to give you guys my favorite top 5 players for each position as we do all these videos. I know a lot of you guys are very curious about who some of my favorite all-time NBA players really are. So we are starting off with the point guard position. Looking at the rosters, for the first one, we have Mo Cheeks replacing Ben Simmons as the starting point guard of the Philadelphia 76ers. Not a bad point guard. I mean, really good defensively, just like a traditional passing point guard. And I mean, you look at his three-point shot, 71. He's actually a better three-point shooter than Ben Simmons. So you got that going for you. For the Milwaukee Bucks, we do have Oscar Robertson teaming up with Giannis Antetokounmpo, so that should make for one deadly dynamic duo right there. As Eric Bledsoe is no longer on the team. For the Chicago Bulls, we have MVP Derrick Rose, the youngest point guard to ever win the MVP, guys. I can't even say prime Derrick Rose because it's not prime Derrick Rose. We never really got to experience that, although right now the Timberwolves, he's playing some of his best basketball, so that's great for him. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, we have the return of Kyrie Irving looking to team up with Kevin Love once again on this team. It would have been cool to see this team with a veteran Kyrie Irving on it now that LeBron James is no longer on it, but at the same time, that was a big reason LeBron probably also left. For the Boston Celtics, we got the big O, Bob Cousy, as a 96 overall. Very curious how he would play in today's NBA, because this dude was from way back then, so I'm wondering, you know, not being extremely athletic, if you would be able to run with the guys today, but at the same time, you know, there's guys like J.J. Barea out there who are 6'1" white dudes that still ball out. So, I mean, I don't really think the athleticism has a lot to do with it. For the Los Angeles Clippers, we do have CP3, who spent many good seasons over there. Unfortunately, it never really led to much success in the playoffs, but he's back on the team yet again. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they still have Mike Conley because he is their greatest point guard right now in franchise history, so we're not making any changes with there. So, I mean, I'm sorry, Memphis. I wish there was better I could do for him. I love Mike Conley. It's just, you know, other videos you will definitely benefit from. For the Atlanta Hawks, we do have Doc Rivers taking over for Trae Young. Not as a coach, but as a basketball player, guys. Looking at his stats right here. Also, I guess he had a pretty good 83-point shot. So, a lot of these point guards you'll see were not really great jump shooters because, you know, early on in the NBA days, the three-point shot was not really utilized nearly as much as it is now. For the Miami Heat, we do have Tim Hardaway, not Junior, but I don't know, man, maybe someday Tim Hardaway Jr. will go to the Miami Heat, and that'll be just kind of cool to see. But yeah, he was a great point guard for the team. All-time greatest, actually, which is why he's in this video. For the Charlotte Hornets, of course, it's going to be Kemba Walker, man. I mean, come on, this dude is loyal. This dude is going to stick with this franchise his entire career, and, you know, be one of those players that plays 20-21 seasons with the same franchise. I just feel it for Kemba Walker. Hopefully it leads to success down the road, though. For the Utah Jazz, we do have John Stockton teaming up with Donovan Mitchell, 97 overall. I believe he's the all-time leader in steals, which is pretty damn crazy. Also, where does he rank assist-wise? I guess I don't remember that stat. My apologies for that, guys. But yeah, him and Donovan Mitchell, I'm sorry, but, you know, you're so much better than Ricky Rubio. For the Sacramento Kings, I mean, he was one of the greatest point guards of all time, guys. Of course, we're going to see him again as Oscar Robertson taking over for De'Aaron Fox. As great as De'Aaron Fox is, Robertson is going to be able to take this team, I'm going to say probably a top 5 seed in the Western Conference. For the New York Knicks, we do have Walt Frazier. So I used to play 2K a lot with my stepdad, and he would always use Walt Frazier. He would always freaking dominate with Walt out there. It was so much fun playing against him doing that. For the Los Angeles Lakers, we do have some magic in the house. Magic Johnson teaming up with LeBron James. That right there should also be pretty damn deadly, although they are very similar style basketball players, so we'll see if they can make it work. I'm sure they will. They're both some of the smartest to ever play the game. For the Orlando Magic, it's Penny Hardaway. Did you guys ever see the 30 for 30 documentary of Penny Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal? If you have not, I highly recommend it. It was very, very cool to watch. For the Dallas Mavericks, we have Jason Terry. I know he's listed as a point guard in this game. I would say he's probably more of a shooting guard, but this is what he's listed as, so that's what we're going to count him as far as this goes. So yeah, point guard Jason Terry, one of the best three-point shooters of all time. I believe he's top 5 on the list, maybe even a little higher than that. For the Brooklyn Nets, we have one of my favorite point guards you guys will see listed later on, Jason Kidd. Yes, I mean, he was a triple-double machine. He just did everything out there. His passing abilities was great. For the Denver Nuggets, we do have Fat Lever. I still don't know why somebody would call their, call their kid Fat Lever, but at the same time, if you actually are fat and your name's Fat Lever, then I mean, you don't gotta be worried, you don't gotta about being bullied because you're already fat, and that's already your name, right? For the Indiana Pacers, we do have Mark Jackson. So this for this video, there's not gonna be any injuries, so him teaming up with Victor Oladipo. For the Pelicans, we have another Chris Paul teaming up with Anthony Davis. I really wish we could have seen this, guys. I mean, by that time, Chris Paul was on the Clippers. I just really wish, CP3 would have actually went back to this team, because who knows, man, he probably could have saved the franchise. For the Detroit Pistons, we don't have Reggie Jackson. We have Isaiah Thomas as a 96 overall. Absolute freak, Zeke was. For the Toronto Raptors, Kyle Lowry listed as the best point guard. So once again, man, he's going to be on the team. For the Houston Rockets, we got Kelvin Murphy. I'm not going to lie, man, I do not know much about Kelvin Murphy. Maybe you guys do. But yeah, that's what it's looking like with that. We got Tony Parker, of course, on the San Antonio Spurs, 94 overall player, rocking the Charlotte Hornets jersey in the picture. That's some disrespect right there. For the Phoenix Suns, Steve Splash Nash, absolutely love him, 96 overall, multi-time MVP winner. And then for the OKC Thunder, now believe this or not, guys, for the all-time teams in 2K, Gary Payton and Russell Westbrook are the same exact ring. So absolutely no respect to MVP Russell Westbrook by 2K standards. So for that reason, I decided to go with Gary Payton just because, at least try something else out there. Not saying Gary Payton's a bad player, doesn't deserve the spot, but Russell Westbrook MVP season, man, that's like a 96, 97 overall player. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, we do have ET himself, Sam I Am Cassell as 87 overall. For the Portland Trailblazers, Damian Lillard not going anywhere, best point guard in their history. Golden State Warriors, Stephen Curry not going anywhere, greatest point guard in their history. And then we got Gilbert Arenas for the Washington Wizards, which is actually the team I'm going to follow because he's going to start off as one of my favorite players of all time as far as the point guard position goes. But yeah, guys, quick shout out here to Lil Saint BB21 for making me this roster. He also did all the other ones too, so many props to him, guys. He makes a lot of rosters, guys, so be sure to check out his draft classes and stuff like that. All right, here we go, man. So, yeah, I'm going to follow the Washington Wizards, who are my top 5 favorite point guards in NBA history. Well, this is not going to be in any specific order, just 5 of them that I could think of. Number 1, I really like Gilbert Arenas a lot before the gun charges and all that stuff went on. Back when he was on the Washington Wizards, I just loved it, man, because this dude was shooting like Jimmy range threes before it was even a thing out there. I remember he would always say like hibachi when he shot, which was really cool to me because hibachi, I believe, is a type of grill. So it was his kind of, I don't know, man, it was like his own little like motto out there. So I love Gilbert. Yo, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta do this every damn time, the stupid G League stuff. 1 second. So another point guard, my favorite actual player of all time is Chauncey Billups from the Detroit Pistons. Just his leadership. I mean, they called him Mr. Big Shot, like, just a big part of my childhood when it comes to the game of basketball. I'm so happy he's on like TV and stuff now. That's really cool to see him doing that and giving his perspective on things, but much respect to Chauncey Billups. Another one is Jason Kidd. Like, Jason Kidd, I talked about him a little bit earlier, but just like when I grew up playing basketball, I tried to like reflect my game around Jason Kidd, where I try to be a smart passer. I tried to hustle on defense, grab rebounds. I never tried to score too much because, for one, I liked the ability to do so, but it just seemed like Jason Kidd was, I don't know, man, he was just good at everything. And when he was making the smart passes out there, his passes were always 100% on point precision. Like, this guy he never messed up a damn pass, dude. So much fun watching him do that. And then, of course, he got Steve Nash. I remember a lot of times in the gym, shooting the basketball, I had a very ugly looking jump shot. I would look up like Steve Nash shooting form, and I would try to like replicate what he did out there, because he didn't really like shoot the ball a lot, but when he did, that ball went in the damn basket, plain and simple, man. So Steve Nash also like, really exciting to watch. And then finally, I mean, MVP Derrick Rose. Like, we all love Derrick Rose, and more so now than ever. Like, yeah, back then Derrick Rose was cool, but just if you want a motivational story, guys, just look at Derrick Rose's story. I mean, there's gonna be a 30 for 30 on someday. I don't know what's gonna be called, man. It's gonna be called like Rising Up or a Rose in the Garden. I don't know, man, something like that. But Derrick Rose, just what he's done for himself in the game of basketball, just absolutely crazy. So that's really cool too that he's balling out for the Timberwolves now. But yeah, those are 5 of my favorite point guards of all time. Gilbert, Chauncey, Steve, Jason, and Derrick. Let me know in the comment section below what your 5 favorite point guards of all time are. And we are now going to move on to this final game of the season against the Boston Celtics and check out some stats here. So We got Gilbert Arenas, Hibachi, man. Hibachi getting MVP, 29.6 rebounds, 10 assists. He would be like the perfect point guard for today's NBA. We got Luka Doncic, Rookie of the Year, DeJounte Murray, 6-man. He actually should not be on the team. Well, I guess technically he's not the starting point guard right now because he's out with injury. And then we got Chris Paul, most improved for the Pelicans. Steve Kerr, so, you know, that team's still going to dominate. But we got Gilbert, Isaiah Thomas making the All-NBA first team. All-NBA second point guards, we got Chris Paul and Magic Johnson. All-NBA third with Oscar Robertson and Kyrie Irving. And then, of course, you know, defensively, Gary Payton and Magic Johnson, some of the best to ever do it. Oscar and John Stockton. Yo, I thought 2 Oscars made it for a second. Okay, so playoff-wise, this is what it's looking like. But before we get to this playoff simulation, let's go to the player stats real quick here and see which guys really dominated the game out there. So I'm going to scroll through it somewhat quickly so you guys can see. I'll try to show all the point guards if I can, but guys like Mo Cheeks, you got to scroll down for. Not for Robertson, though, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals. Derrick Rose, MVP D Rose, Kyrie Irving. God damn! 37.6 assists. I know I said I was going to go slow, but that was a wow moment. And you got Bob Cousy getting the rebounds, too. I love him grabbing the 9 boards like that. So he told me to shut him, man. He's like, I don't care if I'm a 6'1" white dude. I'm still going to get it done, man. I don't care what era it is. I'm going to get it done. Doc Rivers leading scorer. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Tim Hardaway, 26 points. Kemba Walker doing his thing. John Stockton, 24 with 14 assists I saw. Robinson, Walt Frazier at 23 points, 8 assists. Magic Johnson at 29 and 13. Very nice. Penny Hardaway. I'm going to call him Dollar Hardaway because he plays like a dollar bill. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually never going to say that ever again. But yeah, man, overall, a lot of these point guards, obviously, you know, the best in the franchise, then they're going to be good. But can you imagine if this was actually like the case? If you could actually do this? Just because like what it would do for the game of basketball, you know, like seeing a great, amazing point guard matchup every single night would be absolutely awesome. Now, as far as the team I think is going to win it all, well, Golden State still says number 1. They're going to be tough to beat in any of these videos, but I'm going to go with my man Gilbert Arenas. I'm going to say Gilbert Arenas and the Washington Wizards make it all the way to the finals and then probably lose to the Warriors, but maybe Utah can knock them out first round. Not really looking like it. We got the Denver Nuggets gone with Fat Boy Lever. He's not really fat, man. He's in the NBA. He's fine. Although, being in the NBA does not automatically make you skinny. Glenn Davis. I'm going to say Glenn Robinson. Like, Glenn Robinson be watching this video and be like, yo, what the hell, bro? All I did was shoot threes. Shoot threes and eat pie. I'm just joking, man. You got to make these simulations. Man, sometimes you got to start talking, you know? All right, we got Washington against Detroit. So Isaiah against Gilbert. Then we got Golden State OKC. And we got the Pistons being eliminated. Celtics are gone. OKC's gone. Golden State's still in it, too. So we got Chris Paul, Curry against Mo Cheeks and Gilbert. And come on, man. Come on, man. Hibachi. Damn it. We got 76ers Golden State. And we do have the you know what, Mo Cheeks? I thought you was going to be ass cheeks. But you know what, man? You balled out. You all beat the Golden State Warriors. That makes me happy, man. 21 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Good for you guys. Good for you, man. Like, that actually makes me happy seeing a lower seed win like that. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Keep in mind, guys, I'm going to be doing this for all the positions out there. So if you enjoyed this video, chances are by now, the videos are either coming out daily or they're all out by now. So be sure to check those. And yeah, man, comment section below, your top 5 point guards. Let me know.